Hello, everybody. I hope I am audible. So we'll be starting off with the 5th July second shift. Okay, 5th July second shift of CHSL 2024. We are left with a few more shifts, around 15 of them. Around 15 of them. So please do follow them. Okay. Which directive principle has been implemented in establishing a handloom and handicrafts board? Okay. First of all, please like, subscribe, and share. We would really appreciate it. Okay. Please like, subscribe, and share the channel. Which directive principle has been implemented in establishing handloom and handicraft boards? Okay, so these are the options of directive principles, and particularly it's talking about the cottage industry. So cottage industry, promotion of cottage industry in on cooperative basis. Okay, you may read more about it over here on the left hand side. The establishment of handloom and handicrafts board is aimed at promoting cottage industry on a cooperative basis. On a cooperative basis. Okay, the DPSPs are enshrined in Part 4 of the Constitution, and Article 43 uh, talks about the promotion of cottage industries. Okay, moving on. Marathi language is in the Dash language family. Okay, so mostly Aryans, so Indo Aryan family is the answer. Okay, Marathi is classified under the Indo Aryan branch of the Indo European language family. You may read about it over here. It is also one of the 22 scheduled languages in India. Okay, 22 scheduled languages also has Marathi in it. All right, moving on. Which MS Excel function can be used to numbers entered in a group of cells? So average says average of all the numbers. Okay, total sum of the numbers divided by number of the entries. Sum is simple sum. Max is the max of them. Count is the number of entries. Just the number of entries. So sum is the answer. Moving on. The process of merging data from a data source into a main document in a word processor application is called what? Okay, so today I'll be telling you about. See, the answer is mail merge. Okay, the answer is mail merge. I'll tell you what basically happens. Let's assume that you're hosting a birthday party. You're hosting your own birthday party, and you've made cards or invitation cards, invites. Okay, you have invites with you. Now you're supposed to send it to 100 of your friends. 100 friends. So what you'll do is you will you won't be able to write down all the cards automatically. That is where you will use Word, where you'll use MS Word. You'll type all your cards. Now instead of having 100 different pages, instead of having 100 different pages, you will have just one single page, which is the invite, and in the section where you write true, to, or the address, you will use mail merge over here, mail merge. Okay, you will link it to an Excel file which has the list of all your friends and their addresses, and you will link it and press the button mail merge. It's pretty simple. If we get a chance, I'll definitely show it to you. Okay, so mail merge is the answer. And once that access exercise is complete, then you'll get a new Word document, which is you will get a new document which is 100 pages long, and you will be able to send it forward. Okay, moving on. The Constitution of India was adopted on. Okay, so it was adopted on 26 November 1949, 26/11/1949, and 26/01/1950. This is adoption, and this is enactment. Hmm. Adoption and enactment. Okay, so adoption is 26/11. Okay, moving on. Due to the efforts of whom the following social reformers was the first Hindu Widow Remarriage Act introduced and passed in 1856. Okay, due to Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Sati was abolished, and due to Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Widow Remarriage Act was Widow Remarriage Act was passed in 1856. Okay, so this is the answer. This is the answer. Moving on. Who was the first Indian wrestler to win gold at the World Championship in 2010? The answer is Sushil Kumar. Again, a very factual question. He won the gold in the 66 kg freestyle category. Okay, moving on. The music of traditional dash consists of thumri and other lyrical song forms. The answer is Kathak. Okay, again a very factual and coming from the static GK's perspective. Static GK's perspective. Moving on. What is the standard meridian of India? Okay, just drawing a very rough map of India. Okay, I always start with the J and here, and then all the other seven sisters, then Nepal here, and our crown jewel, that is JNK, then the Thar Desert and everything. Okay, so there is a particular standard meridian of India which passes along the center. It is a straight line. I am drawing this this jiggly line very deliberately because that is the only way I can make the most straight line. Okay, so this passes through the almost the center of India, and it is 82.5 degrees east, east, east. Okay, so this is the answer, 82.5 degrees east. Moving on. According to the Census of India 2011, which district in India has the lowest literacy rate in India? Okay, which district in India has the lowest literacy rate? So the answer is Ali Rajpur. Ali Rajpur is in MP. Ali Rajpur is in MP. It has a really low literacy rate, that is of 36.1%. Ali Rajpur is in MP, and 74.04% is the national average. Moving on. Who's the Union Minister of Civil Aviation in Government of India as of March 2024? Factual question. The answer is Jyotiraj Scindia, Jyotiraj M. Scindia, Jyotiraditya. Okay, I call him Jyotiraj. I don't know why. Jyotiraj sir. So it is Jyotiraditya sir. Okay, moving on. Ovira folk music is primarily associated with one of the popular festivals of which of the following states? Okay, Ovira folk music. So it is Jharkhand. Read about it over here. It is a folk music intrinsically tied to the culture and festival practices of Jharkhand. Moving on. Gandhi Jayanti marks the birth of the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, who was born at. He was born at Porbandar. Okay, all the cities mentioned here are from Gujarat, and he was born in Porbandar. Ahmedabad is important. Ahmedabad is important because Sabarmati Ashram was in Ahmedabad. Gandhinagar is the capital city. It was established. Okay, it was established as the state capital, as the state capital after like recognizing all the work that was done by him. See, first of all, it doesn't need any recognition. We exist because of him. So another significant city in Vadodara, and Vadodara doesn't have any relation with Gandhiji. Moving on. Which of the following is a public sector owned and operated entity? Okay, Tata Steel is private, Bajaj Auto is private, Oil India Limited is private come public partnership, and BHEL is fully government owned. Okay, it's a PSU. Moving on, which of the following planet's atmosphere is made up of thick white and yellowish clouds? Okay, when we're talking about red, we focus on Mars, and when we're talking about white plus yellow, we have to focus on Venus. Okay, moving on. You may read about it over here. Who's the chairman of UPSC as on 31st March 2024? So, the current chairperson is Preeti Sudan. But as on 31st March 2024, it was Manoj Soni. Okay, so Manoj Soni is the correct answer over here. Okay, moving on. Or the upcoming. See, she's not the current, but she's the upcoming chairman. Okay, upcoming UPSC chairman, because Manoj Soni has already put down his papers. Which of the following Mendel's law states that a diploid organism, diploid basically, passes a randomly selected allele for a trait to its offspring such that the offspring inherit one allele from each parent. Okay, so the answer is law of segregation. Law of segregation. You may read about it over here. Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics, proposed the law of segregation. The law of segregation states that during the formation of gametes, the two alleles responsible for a trait separate from each other. Okay, each gamete thus carries only one allele for each trait. At fertilization, the offspring inherits one allele from each parent, restoring the diploid state. Okay, moving on. Which of the following is not a feature of a monopoly? Okay, in a monopoly, what happens is there is one seller, and multiple buyers. There would hardly be a time when the number of buyers would come down to one. The number of buyers would always be high. So, one buyer multi-seller is the wrong answer. Okay, one buyer multi-seller is the wrong answer. One buyer multi-seller only happens in the case of government. When the government is procuring, let's assume, web different country. So it's just one buyer, and there are many sellers in the market like Russia, USA. So that is how it goes. Moving on. Give Plastic and Take Gold scheme was launched in the village of which state in the year 2023? A very factual question. Jammu and Kashmir is the answer. Okay, you may read about it over here. Okay, moving on. There is a cable manufacturing facility at HCL in Rupna Rainpur. It belongs to which state? The answer is again very very factual. If it comes in the exam, please skip it. Okay, if you don't know about it, don't skip it otherwise. Okay, West Bengal is the answer, and HCL stands for Hindustan Cables Limited. Who is the author of Indian National Anthem? Okay, Rabindranath Tagore is the author of the Indian National Anthem. Okay, he became a Nobel laureate as well in the year 1913. Okay, the first non-European to become a Nobel laureate. Moving on, in 2026, which country will host the Asian Games? The Asian Games in 2022 were hosted by China, and 2026 they would be Japan. Okay, so Japan is the answer. Japan is the answer. You may read about it over here. Moving on. Who among the following was the first Sultan of Delhi to style himself as Zille Ilahi? The answer is Balban. The answer is Balban. You may read about it over here. Zille Ilahi means the shadow of God. Okay. The Tokyo Paralympics 2020 gold medal winner Krishna Nagar is associated with. Again, a very very factual question. The answer is badminton. Okay. You may read about it over here. Moving on. In 1960, which isotope was used to define the standard measure of length? Factual question, scientific question. The answer is Krypton 86. Okay, Krypton base 6. The definition of a meter was based on the specific wavelength of light emitted by the isotope Krypton 86. Okay, it can also be called like it's called Krypton, but it can also be very well called Krypton. Okay, so Krypton 86. The standard measure of 1 meter was defined as uh, 16 lakh 50,763.73 wavelengths of the orange red spectral line in the emission of spectrum of krypton 86 in vacuum. Okay, need not remember this number, this might never come. So orange and red spectral lines can be learned. Okay, so krypton 86, orange and red spectrum lines. Moving on. Yep. So we're done with it. Thank you so much for being here. Do attempt the same question again, same quiz again on the app. Thank you.